There were some people in the Bible who made for themselves a god, and they began to worship this god. They were God's chosen people, the Israelites. The Israelites began to worship another god named Baal. Baal was a false god. He wasn't real. But God's people began to worship him. They prayed to him, and they believed he would answer all their prayers. That made a man named Elijah really angry. Elijah was a prophet, and Elijah believed in the one true and living God. He believed that we should worship him and only him. Elijah challenged the people of Israel and all the prophets of Baal to a contest. He wanted to prove to them once and for all that there is only one true and living God, and only our God deserves worship. Elijah and the people of Israel, including the prophets of Baal, assembled on Mount Carmel. Elijah went before the people, and this is what he said. "How long will you go on being confused about who you will worship? We're going to get 2 bulls for the sacrifice. You're going to call him Baal, and I'm going to call him the Lord. The God who answers with fire is the one true and living God. If the Lord is God, worship him. If Baal is God, worship him." The prophets of Baal prepared their sacrifice and put it on the altar, and began calling on their God to send fire to burn up the sacrifice. "Baal, oh Baal, answer us! Send fire!" "Shout louder! Maybe he's deep in thought or on vacation somewhere, or maybe he's sleeping and you need to wake him up." The Bible says that they shouted even louder, "Baal, answer us! Baal!" They continued all day, but there was still no answer. Now it was Elijah's turn. "Enough! Get my sacrifice, put it on the altar. Get lots of water and soak the altar. I'm going to call down fire from my God." They put his sacrifice on the altar and poured water over it. Then Elijah prayed. He said, "Lord, send your fire so that everyone will know that you are the one true and living God." Then the fire of the Lord fell and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the soil. The Lord, he is God. The Lord, he is God.